Hi, Tefl-Dude here. Now today, I'm going to show you how to clean any USB stick. Okay, you might be saying, well, that's easy. All I have to do is right-click and format it. Look, here's one. There's a USB stick. Right-click and format it. Okay, and then, okay, so what are you going to format it as? exFAT, NTFS. But wait a minute. If you right-click on this, go to Properties, this is FAT32, like at the top here. Why can't I format it on Windows? Well, I'm going to explain all that to you later, how to do all these formattings, and you can choose any one you want. For now, let me just quickly explain what each one is, just in case somebody gives it to you and you're wondering why you can't even read it. For instance, the last one, APFS. Some girl had an Apple Mac and she wanted me to share files with her. I said, sure, give me your pen drive. So she gave me the pen drive, I put it in, I couldn't read it. Why? Because APFS will not be read on Windows. But look at all these other ones that will. If she gave me FAT32, well, that runs between Mac and Windows. If she gave me exFAT, Mac and Windows. NTFS is predominantly Windows, but if I had a Windows drive, I could give it to her on the Apple and she could take from me, because she could never give to me. So that's why these are formatted in different ways. Now, traditionally, when you buy a pen drive, it will be exFAT, because exFAT has no limit on the size of the files. However, if you want to put this file in your TV because you're going to show films or games, it must be FAT32. And predominantly, Windows makes it hard, as you saw, to make FAT32. I'm going to show you how to do it in 30 seconds. Seriously, we're going to do all these files when you choose one. And you're going to choose one and it's going to be done in 30 seconds. Now, here's the kicker. I bought this the other day, 64 gig, and I put it in and I tried to put a file on there bigger than 5 gig. It wouldn't work. Well, nobody told me that it's FAT32. It was FAT32. It was actually this one here at the top is what they gave me. Now, if you don't know the difference, then you're going to be, oh, it doesn't work. I can't put a file on it. Well, all I would have to do is just right-click it here and format it and make it exFAT or NTFS, either way. Then I could put my 5 GB film. So remember, if it's for TVs and games, it's only going to be 4 gig limit. That's why you would have FAT32. Most of the other times you want exFAT because you can share large files between Windows and Mac. It's the best one. You can go to and fro. I've got a Mac, I've got a Windows. Sometimes I like to take from there to give to there and vis-a-vis. So now the NTFS, the only time you'd really want NTFS is if you were only ever going to use Windows, and that's it. And even if you gave it to someone with Apple, they could take from you, but not give to you. It's also important when you're installing. If you put an ISO on there, it has to be NTFS in order for you to install Windows. Apart from, later I'm going to make a video of installing Windows 11, the new one, 25H2, onto a Surface Pro. And for that, guess what? It has to be FAT32. It's a 7 GB file. You're thinking, well, how do you do that? Well, watch my video if you have a Surface Pro, because there's a special way to split the ISO so that it's less than 4 GB and it splits it and it works. It's amazing. So check that out. But I'm going to show you how to create all of these. Apart from the last one, APFS, you can only create that on a Mac, okay? But I will show you how to clean it and make it exFAT, okay? So there they are. Now, have a look at the file on the left, the Kingston F and this G one. Can you tell me whether they're FAT32 or not? No, you probably don't know. So the best way is just right-click, Property, FAT32. And if I try to format it, just simply format it. This is the easiest way. I can't choose FAT32. Why is that? The other one though is only 32 gigabytes. And watch what happens there. If I go to format, I can choose FAT32. I can choose anything I like. So that's a bit of a problem, but I'm going to show you how to make a FAT32 even out of a 120 gigabyte file. And that way you can put it in your TV and have games, yada, yada, yada. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this one here, and I want to show you how else you can look at the files. And we're going to do this for all of them. So you right click on the start and go to disk management. And there, disk management has popped up, and I'm just going to raise this higher a bit. And now you can see there's my C drive. That is shown here. There's my D and E drive. The D and E, it's a partition of D really. It's just one drive. And I'll explain in another video how to make partitions easy and how to put BitLocker on them so you can protect important documents that you don't want other people to see. Now, here, the Kingston file, you can see here, it says FAT32. So you get a bit more information here. Now I'm going to put all these other files in so you can see them as they come in. So I'm just going to put the exFAT one in now. And there you can see it's come up, it's G, it tells me it's exFAT. And I'm going to show you later how to make it FAT32 because Windows won't let me. Look, it says exFAT and NTFS. They're your choices. You got nothing else. I'm going to show you how to do it really quickly, very fast, and not using any command prompts or anything like that. So the next one, let's put in the NTFS. Now this one has a Windows installation on it. Okay, so I'll just pop that in. And here, it looks like there's two disks. You've got the H and the I. But they're not separated. They're just one removable disk. And the H and the I are together because it's a Windows installation onto a normal Windows. And I just wanted to show you that when I clean it, to show you that this is the way to clean it. Because if I try to right click and format, then the other one doesn't get cleaned. And they won't join together either. It's a big mess. So this is why at the end when you see how to format it, it's how we do it for all of them. And the final one, I put in the APFS, and I want to show you how it doesn't turn up. So here we go, putting in the APFS. Now notice, it's good to have the disk management open on the left, because you can see, I can see it here. I can't really do anything with it. I can delete the volume, but it's not really cleaning it. And it doesn't show up here. I've got my H and I, who are together, but this APFS didn't turn up. But I'm going to leave it in there because I'm going to show you how we can clean all of them by using a program called Rufus. Now, traditionally, a lot of people you'll see on Windows saying, okay, you want to clean your disk properly, go into command prompt, run as admin, then you have to click disk part, and then you have to click list disk, then you have to select the disk, then you have to clean, then you have to create. It takes a lot of time. And even then, you're left with this. I've made a document just to show you if you want to do it that way, but we're not going to do it that way. Then you format, then choose, and then you're done. Here is the simplest way. We're going to download Rufus, and it's going to do everything in a second, and any format you like. So let's go to the website. I put a link in the description below. And you simply choose. Now I would choose the portable one for you because if it's your dad's computer or someone else, you might not be allowed to install programs. But a portable one, you can install it because it installs into a folder that you're going to create. So I'm going to just download that. There it is. I'm going to open the file. I'm going to show in folder actually. And there it is. Now you can see I've got one here in Rufus. I'm just going to move that into the Rufus folder. Replace destination. So it's good to make a folder called Rufus and put it in there. And I'm just going to delete this because normally you would just have this in its own folder. It has to be in its own folder. Okay. And what we're going to do I'm just going to move my navigation pane. I never have my navigation pane on. I don't like it. It gets in the way. I prefer it like this. I'm just going to double click it. We are going to have to run it 2 times for it to start working properly. So first time I double click and it says, do you want to update? Not at the moment. And there you can see is our Rufus. But I want you to close it, because if I look at my Rufus box here, you see it's created a little Rufus NII, or whatever it's called. So we're going to close that. And now it's created a little yellow Rufus box. But that's just the login. So now we can run it properly. So I'm going to double click it. Okay, so here we have Rufus, and look at that. It shows me all the 4 disks, even the one that is Apple. Here, you can tell the Apple one because it doesn't have a bracket label. So I've got my H, my F, and my G. And the EFI disk, that is the Apple one. And if I wanted to, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to clean it. Just going to wipe it, because there's nothing on it anyway. But notice the Windows install here, I can clean that, and it will clean both parts and make them one. We'll do that as well. Actually, we're going to clean them all. The next one is the Apple one. Then I've got the Kingston one. That's the FAT32. And then there's the G, no label, exFAT. I'm going to show you how we can make such a large file into FAT32. In fact, why don't I do that first? All you do, and this goes for all of them, you click on the label you want to change and go to non-bootable. Then leave everything, MBR, leave everything. Now here you can choose large FAT32, NTFS, or exFAT. Not sure what UDF is, but it doesn't matter. So remember, we want FAT32. Maybe we want to put lots more games that we can put and on our TV or videos. And make sure you click this and uncheck this, because it will put some little icons in your folder. Doesn't matter, you can delete them. I'll show you what I mean. I'll create it with that on. This one I'll create with it on it. Okay. So we'll start. It's going to make sure you check everything. Non-bootable, FAT32, start. And this is our GG. Let's see how long it takes. Yes, I do want to clear everything. Watch how fast it is. No time at all. No time at all. And now if I go into the G, you can see the G. Where is G gone? Took a while, but now it says G FAT32, 128 gigabyte. How about that? When you go into it, it has created these 2 little things, and that's why we want to uncheck that, because there's no need for them. We don't need them. They don't do anything. I'll just delete those 2 items. And that's it. So let's go on to the next one. Let's choose the Windows 11. Now this one, maybe I still like the idea of NTFS. And I'm going to choose NTFS, and I just want to clean it outright. Non-bootable, NTFS, quick format. I don't want the extended labels again. Let's see what happens now. Let's see if they join together. See if the H and the I become one. Let's have a look. Just want to see here a bit more. Let me just move this over here. Okay. And there it is. Now, there is no H anymore. It's become I. Don't know why. Don't care. But notice you have the full power of it. It isn't split. Also, let's choose another one. We don't need the Kingston one. The Kingston, happy to leave it as FAT32. But what about this Apple one? This is the one I want to change. Let's make it exFAT. which is the best. Quick format, and no labels, non-bootable. Let's go. So remember, this one doesn't have a label at the moment. Will be destroyed. Yes. Remember, it's disk 5, so we're looking at there. Okay. Close. Let's see what's happened to disk 5. And there is the Windows 11 one. There's the EFI one, H. And the EFI one hasn't got a label yet. It's got a H here. You know, it is usable. I can put files in there. Don't know why it doesn't have a letter. Tell you what I might do. I might pop it out and pop it in again. See if that helps. So I popped it out. Ah, now it's got a drive letter. So sometimes there's a little glitch where it won't give it a drive letter. You just have to pull it out, push it back in again. We learn as we go on. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've learned something about our new files. When you get a USB, next time you're going to know how to clean it quickly. You're going to know how to, whether you want a FAT32 or an exFAT, whether you want to share with Apple. Now you know everything. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like, and I'll see you on the next video when I believe I'm going to install Windows 11 on the Surface Pro using FAT32. Watch out for that. Ciao for now.